Patagonia is a magical place. The southern corner of Chile and Argentina is loaded with glaciers, icebergs, and epic road trips. Even though we got to camp out with 250,000 penguins, our number one goal on our recent trip to Patagonia was to take on the O Circuit, an 80-mile or 130-kilometer trek through stunning Torres del Paine Park. Braving 100-mile-per-hour winds and constant rain and snow with three of my best friends, Luke, Harry, and Eduardo, made this a truly epic adventure I will never forget.
Here we are. It's time. Oh my god, 35 hours later of travel, of commute time.
What, 40 hours of transportation later?
You told me not to count.
We're not counting, but we did
I
go
was counting.
At 2 in the morning from Sacramento to SFO to New York, down to Santiago, down to Punta Arenas, and then drove up yesterday. 2 solid days to get here, but it's going to be worth it. We are starting the O Circuit, one of the most beautiful treks in the world. The weather is going to be unpredictable as usual in this part of the world.
Awful.
But it should be absolutely gorgeous out here.
Full-time job keeping things dry.
It's hard. It's really hard to keep things dry out here.
So we're exactly 6 miles in. The freezing rain has turned to snow here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. This is one of the most beautiful places in the whole world. Have you ever seen anything like this, or?
No, I'm actually like breathless and speechless. This is unbelievable. It wouldn't be here without this guy for sure. Oh my god, thank you.
Not too bad, huh? Worth 40 hours of travel to get down here? I'd say so. Sí, por un poco. Not a bad time, no, to pull out the cinnamon rolls. We hit up the one mini mart yesterday that was open in Punta Arenas and bought $100 of snacks.
Yeah, we were lucky.
Ooh, honey bread too? Yeah. Harry actually brought food this time, which is kind of a milagro or miracle, they say in Espanol.
Milagro.
He's carrying his own weight.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Except for all that stuff he shoved in my pack last night when I wasn't looking.
This is good.
Now it's starting to snow again. We hit it at just the perfect time. We're so blessed to get a little window in the weather. It's como la isla.
Okay, we start.
This is one of the places where they set up all these tents here where you can stay. You can pay for them to have tents on these platforms. You got the horses that bring up meals and food and everything here to the refugio. One of the cool spots here in Torres del Paine. So we made it all the way up to La Base de las Torres, came all the way down, came by a ton of people that we passed on the way up or that started a little bit after us. And now we've come all the way back down within a few hundred yards, which is kind of tempting not to come down and grab some alfajores from Lalo that are in the car because we're just a few hundred yards away from the car. And now we're starting La O, the part that kind of heads out here on the right side. Smaller trail. Thankfully the rain has stopped for a little bit. And we're gonna head up here to Cerón, which will be our campsite for night number 1. Actually bringing his own weight of food this trip. We have 4 days, so he can't depend on me for everything. The planning, the logistics, the flights, yes.
Almost.
Almost.
Bring, but share is a
Doing
different
his
question.
part. Sharing, maybe. He might not share anything, but that's okay. Ooh, can I have a mango?
No, just for the camera.
Okay, just for the camera.
So it look nice.
After this, he's not gonna give me anything else, so this is just for you. Weather changes quick out here. Okay, first day of the O Circuit is in the books. It is 9:15. It's still pretty light out here. It's probably get down towards freezing, but very grateful to have this tarp. Plus it is raining for the 10th time today. I don't know, it just goes on and off all day long. Sun's gonna be up early, probably around 4:30 in the morning.
When he says sun, he means rain.
Light with rain and clouds covering the sun, most likely.
Goal is to not freeze to death.
It's probably what, freezing right now.
Very
Getting
cold.
close.
Very uncomfortable.
It's a chilly rain. Here he is. Here he is. Buenos dias, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Oh, muy bien. Okay. He got out 2 words in Spanish. Muy bien, Harry. Good morning. We are on day number 2 of the O Circuit. I'm trying to wait for the wind to die down a little bit to film this here, but who am I kidding? We're in Patagonia. The wind never really dies down out here. We did about 22 miles yesterday to Campamento Cerón, which is where we spent the first night with about 50 or 100 other people. And a lot of people had rented out the big tents that they had set up on the platforms. Luke and I and Harry camped out kind of down at the end of the camping area down there. We're able to sleep about 8 hours with waking up a few times, but I can't complain. We're really tired. The weather looks like it's gonna be moving in and out again today, but that's part of the deal. More windy. On, off. Too hard to predict the weather out here. It feels like we're stopping every mile to throw clothes on or take it off.
Eat it.
Harry, how are we feeling here with these views?
Unbelievable.
Not bad?
But not expecting this.
A little different than the Sierras?
It's almost as nice.
Almost as nice. Ah, can't
It's
get
close.
this guy to change his mind.
Yeah, I guess it rains here.
So Harry is missing out being a vegetarian here on the real good food. Tortillas from California. Salchicha. You're missing out. And you're not getting wet at all.
No.
No.
It's like the same.
Go. We're coming for you, Harry.
You almost have to take really long.
Yeah. It's just so squishy. Walking on the tundra, running on the tundra, that is.
Yeah.
Getting close here to our Campamento Los Perros. We just hit 40 miles for the trip in 2 days here, so we are cruising along. You come out of the forest and you pop up on a little ridgeline like that and get those views of the lake and the glacier. They're just absolutely spectacular. It's cold, so we're ready to get in here to the camp and hopefully can set up tent before it gets really wet out here. ¿Cómo es?
Aquí tengo dos colchonetas.
So we made it to Campamento Los Perros, which is the coldest and the highest of all the camps out here. And we lucked out because they had extra tents. This one is 23,000 pesos chilenos, which is like $26 to $13 a person for a tent. And he threw in the sleeping pads. Don't tell Harry, but we're gonna be blocking out the wind. Looking forward to a good night's rest.
It's definitely below freezing because it's snowing right now and it's only going to get colder. So we're going to wake up to snow in the morning.
I still look for the vegetable.
Muy mexicano, eh? You like it?
It's different. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Good morning from day 3 here on the O circuit. Supposedly the weather's gonna be pretty nasty today. So we got started right around 6:30 or 6:40, and you can hear the winds howling up above. We're making our way over towards Glacier Gray. Got quite a few miles to cover today and getting up to the high pass, hoping not to hit too much rain or snow along the way, but we will see. Eso, Lalo! Good job.
Nice. First real mountain, I feel like.
This feels like the real
It's
mountain.
2,000 feet you're right. That is gnarly.
Yeah, look at that glacier. Vamos! Eso ahí!
Pinche viento! It's amazing. That's a huge glacier.
Looking straight down here at Glacier Gray. It is huge. The winds have died down a tiny bit since the pass up there, but they're still coming in. Look at it, just miles and miles and miles of ice behind you here. All right, Harry, how's the wind up there on the pass?
I've never experienced anything like that, that's for sure. It felt like 100. I mean, I got blown over, literally blown over.
You got blown over. I got blown over several times.
Literally just crouch. Like Eduardo's like, yeah, like literally just crouch.
Crab walking it up.
I didn't see half of it because I was just looking at the ground.
¿Todo bien ustedes?
Todo. Not too bad.
That's okay.
Más o menos. Tahoe's better.
Nada especial.
Nada especial.
Yeah, there's this cool bridge apparently.
Oh, check out this bridge. That's a crazy view behind us. Oh, Harry, that bridge was epic.
Yeah, looking forward to it for a while. That looks nice.
It's a famous one. You got the huge peaks and towers behind us,
Narnia.
and you got the glacier back the other way. The rain's coming down. It's probably 40-ish degrees, but can't beat it. Feels so alive out here. Eduardo, ¿qué tal este puente?
Un puente colgante, Brian.
Un puente colgante muy bonito.
Un puente colgante muy bonito en Torres del Paine. Sí, mira aquí. Esto va a caer en unos meses.
So we are just about 50 miles in here. We're coming down towards Campamento Grey. Those views back there looking straight down 1,000 or 2,000 feet on Glacier Grey were just absolutely stunning. Going across the not one, not two, but three hanging bridges. I didn't even know those were coming. I didn't do that much research into all the viewpoints on this route, which is sometimes a funner way to do it, but those are absolutely amazing. Looking straight down the glacier behind us, the waterfalls and the peaks up above us, and those swaying puentes colgantes or hanging bridges. Definitely one of the highlights of the route here. We're gonna get down towards Campamento Grey and then get a snack because we're hungry. It's getting towards lunchtime. We started before 7 this morning. Helado con las papitas. Ooh. Are they good? Son buenas. It's gonna be a little windier here. Yeah. I mean, it's just not as secluded, kind of. Yeah. Another tent. Muy buena. Muy buena.
Muy buena. Muy buena. Muy buena.
It's good.
So here we are in day 4 of the circuit in Torres del Paine National Park. Trying to get a little bit of narration here before we get hit by 70 to 80 mile an hour winds once again. We woke up at about 3:15 this morning as the winds were too much in the tent. Buenos dias. It is 4:15 in the morning. Just a little bit windy last night. We started hiking about 5 before almost everyone headed out. I think this morning from Pine Grande we're gonna head back. Should be at least 22 miles plus to finish the O circuit here on day 4 every day. It's been so varied, but one thing that has not changed is the wind. You get breakfast of wind, you get a brunch, you get a lunch, you get a dinner of wind and dessert of wind on top of that. It just does not stop down here. We are heading up on the middle part of the W here to El Mirador Britanico, and this valley's been absolutely gorgeous. Kind of run out of words when you're out here because you just stop and take picture after picture and picture after picture, and it just keeps getting better and better the higher you climb. It is absolutely amazing out here with all these dead trees make it dramatic, the stream crossings, and the views of the massive peaks along the way. So if you're doing the O, you might as well add on the 2 parts of the W. They're 2 of the best parts of the whole loop. We're on the middle part today, and it has not disappointed. Okay, so almost up to the British viewpoint here. How are the views on this valley so far?
Yeah, spectacular. I'm liking this part better than where the towers were.
Everyone goes to the towers, and I think the views kind of open up. You can see a lot more, right, on this one.
Yeah, there's way less people. It's also a nicer day, that kind of helps.
There's no rain today, which makes it really nice.
Yeah, there's no rain today.
Our first bluebird day, right, of 4 days, so.
Yeah, but you get views like the whole way. You're kind of in the forest, but you're out a lot. So, I don't know.
That's
beautiful.
really nice.
Aquí vemos el anfiteatro de Paredes completo, casi 1000 metros de subida. Y aquí estamos,
Y hoy tenemos el cielo azul, ¿no?
Hoy tenemos el cielo azul, mucho aire.
Mucho aire para variar.
Para variar, pero es normal aquí. Increíble.
Vale mucho la pena. Muy bien, Lalo, gracias,
Cheers.
We are feeling a little bit of the vert as we're on day 4 here, and we have climbed somewhere close to 20,000 feet up to this point. It wouldn't be a trip with Harry without jumping in a lake, so here we go. Well, Harry's not jumping in this one, I think. Scratch that out, but
Come on, Harry, your turn.
Well, I'm a loser.
No? Oh, man.
Luke probably will. And the water doesn't have white, no, it still has white caps on it too, so it's probably pretty cold. Muy fría o más o menos?
Fría.
Fría.
Yeah, it's cold.
Soy Lalo.
Como no, menos.
¿Menos?
Como
7, 8.
6. Yo calculo.
Alright, Harry, so reactions on the O.
I don't want to say it's better than the JMT.
You can say it.
And no, I don't know, it's close.
We don't need to
Really
say
close.
better, but it was beautiful, right?
Yeah, this is bittersweet. Yeah, if you're okay with crazy wind, crazy rain, not too much sun except for today. Yeah, I mean, the views are unbelievable.
Worth traveling 40 hours down to Patagonia for?
Yes.
Most definitely. Bueno, Lalo, ya que habías venido aquí al parque antes, ¿qué te pareció la O?
Otro reto diferente.
Gracias, Gracias, Lalo.
Venga.
Lalo, yes,
Bien.
Lalo, muy bien.
Muy bien, Brian.
Muy bien. Yes, mission complete.
Epic trip.
Epic loop.
That was a long time in the waiting. Many years.
Many years, yeah. Been looking forward to this one for a while. $500,000 in cash right here, thanks to Lalo. Exchange rate's pretty good if you know someone who's local, so. Un poquito de carne, porque acabamos de terminar unos 80 millas, entonces nos dio un poco de hambre aquí y vamos a aprovechar, ¿no?
It was so good.
¿Qué comes, Brian?
Cordero, ¿no? ¿Dónde estamos?
El calafate, Brian. ¿Qué pasó?
Estamos en el Calafate. Ha sido un día largo, pero sí estamos en el Calafate.
Sé que estamos en la Patagonia. Porque estoy comiendo. Pay attention, Brian. Pay attention.
If you like my travel and outdoors videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thank you for your support as I visit every country in the world.